in the air. You wave it like you just don't care. And if you like the sound, then I'm going down. Somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you don't stop. And now somebody, anybody, everybody scream. Hip hop, hip it, hip hop. You don't stop the rock to the bang bang boogie. Oh, don't the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to me. And now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. Now the boy's name is Wonderman, and he'd like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, purple and yellow. But first we gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie. I'll jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop.
Is it Aquarius? Sagittarius? What about Pisces? What about Aries? What about Taurus? What about Cancer? What about Gemini? What is it? If you know you look good, put your hand up. If you know you feel good, put your hand up. If you're from DC, put your hand up. If you're from out of town, put your hand up. Say oh, one more time, Here we go. Hey, oh. We go. Hey, oh. DJ Cool, let me clear my throat. Hey, how much is it? I hope you don't mind. Let me clear my throat.
You can take control. Later, if this what you want. I'm good, so good. Wanna make you feel it in your soul. I'm on top of my game, no question. I'm going to remain. Don't hold back, let me. I know you be stressed, ready to care. I wanna. Yeah, gotta confess, it's not confession.
How do you explain that? How have you been able to capture the audience and maintain the audience for as long as you have?
You know what? I think it has to do with purpose. When you begin to look at your opportunity and your platform as more than just you, it takes on different meanings for me. So let me try to explain that further. There have been times when the industry's changed. There were times when I changed emotionally, did not want to be a part of the industry part of it. Never had a problem with the music, but there were so many different twists and turns along the way. And what I realized through the years is that I always had a musical purpose, and that was to sing to the hearts of women and to the minds of men, to encourage them in love. That was it. God put me here to do that with my music. And as long as I focused on that as a purpose, it allowed me to be consistent, to continually spread love, be loved, step outside of myself. Because there, again, still days I'm tired or what have you, and I remember that there's something deeper, there's something greater, and I have to go forth. And that's my explanation for it.
Cause we can have no change. advice on how to keep control of your creativity within the industry, like keeping ownership of what it is that you do and how you offer it to us, because you killed it on stage.
Well, it takes investment
Okay.
in any operation. Living simply allows you to live below your means and keep your budget open to invest in yourself, because it's going to take something for you to build your brand, your package, and rehearse. And own your craft.
Right.
You know?
That's it.
And have the time to do that.
And have the time to do it.
So you got your survival money and your survival grind, but then you have your love and your passion, and you can split those things up. It usually takes longer if you're going to be an entrepreneur. Understand that it does not happen overnight. It's years. It might be a couple decades.
Right.
And it's worth it because you have full control artistically, or even if you're doing another profession in entrepreneurship. It really takes knowing every aspect, because you bring in the finances to invest, but you also put out a lot of overhead to operate daily.
Absolutely.
And it's necessary to survive, so that your presentation is always what you want it to be. That's how you maintain control. Seeing all of the pieces, seeing the books, the bank statements, what's coming in, you know, having a budget trajectory, writing down all of the expenses, and having a gauge of how many people can I have on stage. The flights, the hotels, the per diems, the ground transportation. How much is it going to cost me? Am I going to go broke? Am I going to be in the red zone? Or is this an investment, and am I okay paying double and investing double and get it back on a return? You know, so you, based on what's happening in your life and what's happening with your bills and how you're living, you know, can help you make every decision accordingly. So that you can live comfortably or like a bum for a couple of years, if you got to, until the come up happens. And the come up happens after investment.
That strategy's worked for you and what you've been able to do, and that's how you've been able to maintain?
Well, first, I didn't start as an independent artist. You know, as far as being in the music business. I was an artist before I stepped in the music business, signing to a major label. I wasn't quite a full entrepreneur because I did have the help of a major label system to invest and put up the dollars and cents for me to be on radio and have visuals. But when I stepped away from the major label in 2007, it was all on Mya, 100%. So I'm the financier in the bank. I'm the label, you know, I gotta handle the taxes along with the royalties and mechanicals and publishing and all that stuff. Paperwork, contracts, you know, you gotta be the lawyer, you gotta be the road manager, you gotta be the accountant sometimes, and that's what it takes in order to have an operation. You learn many different things. And so you can pay other people to
do what you do.
Or train. Interns. And right now I'm offering fans internships to be a part of my label Planet 9, where I personally train them, you know, whether it be for road management, after background checks, of course.
After background checks, let's be clear.
and drafting contracts. And assembling general booking forms. So it's been beautiful to see them blossom and pay them. You know, after they're trained properly, or even during their training, because they get to see some of the world, be a part of things, which is a great feeling, and it goes on their resume. And that's what it's all about, passing the torch, involving people, empowering people. You know?
And you're doing it. And you're doing it beautifully.
Circumstance teaches you a lot of things.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are gorgeous and glowing, but you gave us some really good information. I can pass that back on to my viewers and my readers, because I'm a writer as well. I blog. You doing the vegan thing. That's what that is. That's why you ain't aged.
It does work.
You ain't aged. And no stress.
Other kinds of stress.
But you're doing it, and it's been beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I wanted to know how your new relationship, and well, it's not new. We know that you have a lot of history. But hi, baby. Okay. I want to know how your marriage has really impacted your career and your music, and what can we expect from you now that you have like this new love and it's strong, and you're so like inspiring to so many other people.
If anything, I guess the fact that we have new music that we were working on together. We put out a single last year. I mean, not last year. Was it? Yeah, it was last year. And it did fairly well without any push. So we've been working on music ever since then. Other than that, I mean, it's been a blessing to my life. My husband loves my son tremendously, and you know that's a huge thing. Being a parent, having been a single parent with a child on the spectrum, it's very, very difficult. So I'm just glad that God blessed me with a man that loves my child. He loves my children, but this is the only one that's still in the house. So that's very special.
Thank you so much.